Greetings. It's been a while since I've posted a video here on my gardening channel. And I took a video last week, I think it was, but I never got around to uploading it. So I'm going to talk to you for a little bit, and then I'm going to upload the video that I did last week. And I'm not going to make a video outside today because it's raining, and I'm a wuss. I don't like to go out in the rain. Let me look over here on my thermometer. It's 59 degrees out, so it's not cold per se. It's not bad. But it is raining, and we needed the rain. We needed it a lot. The whole month of September, we had no rain here in Oregon that I'm aware of. Especially here in Eastern Oregon. We're on the dry side of the state. I know people say, oh, you're from Oregon, it rains a lot there. Well, yeah, perhaps in some parts of Oregon it does rain a lot, but not here. I think we average, I think I've heard that it's 24 inches, which is not as much as in the desert, but it's still not a lot. I used to live over on the coast, and we'd get average 80 inches there, so this isn't much. And in the Portland area, not sure what the average there is. That's about 3.5 hours, almost 4 hours, depending on traffic, away from us. So like I said, we're in the eastern part of the state, the dry part. But today we have rain, and that's good. We've needed the rain. Especially the wheat farmers need the rain because they're waiting for rain so they can seed their fields. And in order to seed their fields, they need to have rain because, well, some of them use irrigation, but most of them around here are what they call dryland farmers. And so they depend on what comes from the sky to water their land. And it's been interesting living over here and learning all about that. I've been over here for, 23 years now in this part of the state. So I should go ahead and quit talking and let you watch the video that I took last week of what's going on outside. Oh, before I do that though, I wanted to talk about, today I bought a big roll of plastic, and what I'm hoping to do when I was in town, the town that has like major stores and stuff, not major, it's still pretty small, is like about 20 miles from us. And where I wanted to stop, they weren't open yet, and we weren't going to wait around. I wanted to stop at the dollar store and pick up some hula hoops. So that what I'm going to do is, I've never tried winter gardening before, and so I'm trying winter gardening, and I'm going to make some small hoop tunnels or whatever they're called with hula hoops and the plastic. I've got the plastic, and our first frost should happen, well, it usually happens in like a couple of weeks, because today's October 2nd. And I believe traditionally our first frost happens middle of October. Outside in my garden I have some little cauliflower plants. They're about like that tall. And I have lettuce that's in some grow bags. No, it isn't. I'm sorry. It's spinach. It's in grow bags, and it's about that tall. And I've been eating like microgreens off of it. So, and then I had some kale that I started in grow bags, and then I transplanted out into the garden. And it's small, but it's a little more established. And then I've got some big kale plants that have been doing good for me all summer, and I hope that they'll continue to do good. Oh, I also planted out some, my Swiss chard went to seed, so I collected the seeds, threw the seeds in some little containers, and they came up, and I have planted those out there, like still really little. But I had also picked up some other Swiss chard at the store that we've been eating off of. And so I'm hoping that my cauliflower, and I know I'll have to protect it a little more, my kale and my Swiss chard and my spinach is kind of what I'm working on, hoping that I can do a winter garden. Like I said, I've never done a winter garden before. So this will be a good experiment to see whether I am successful here. I'm going to protect my little ones from the cold. Sometimes we get snow, sometimes we don't. Sometimes it gets really cold, sometimes it doesn't. I looked online at the Farmer's Almanac. It suggested that our winter was going to be warmer than usual, which probably means that we'll still get frost, and it'll still be in probably the 20s and 30s and 40s. But hopefully that means we're not going to be down into the minuses, which here we don't usually go below minus 15. That's probably about the coldest it ever gets, at least in my experience here. Our summers, it's kind of a hard place for gardening because we get that cold in the winter, but in our summers can get up in the hundreds. So it's not true desert, not true not true moderate. It's probably semi-moderate. I don't know. It's not the easiest place in the world to garden, which I think, I love to watch gardening YouTubes, and I don't see that many from around here. I think there's one that's over on the other side, on the really east side of Oregon, and then I've been watching some from Canada, and I figure if the people in Canada, British Columbia is just directly north of us, if they can raise something in the winter, I should be able to, because it gets quite a bit colder there than it does here. So we'll hope for that. Okay, now I'm going to quit talking and let you see the video that I took last week. And in the meantime, happy video watching. It's been a while since I've made a video. I decided it was time. Well, the last couple of days I've been wanting to, but I procrastinated. What can I say? Anyway, going to give you a little tour of what's been going on. Today is the 21st or 22nd of September. I'm going to have to look at my calendar. That's one thing about being retired. The days kind of run together sometimes. Well, on to the tour. It's an overcast day, so I won't see any shadows, but yesterday I spent quite a lot of time taking my little path out that I had in my garden. I've had to do it a couple of different years. It just sinks down in the dirt and kind of loses its purpose. So I took the rocks out and put in mulch instead, and it really looks really nice, I think. Okay, I started from a vine off of my cucumber. I stuck it in a glass of water and it got roots. So yesterday I planted it in a pot. And it looked really droopy yesterday after I put it in the pot, but it's perking up today, so I think it's going to be okay. This is my mosquito plant. My basil looks a little buggy, but I've heard that eating basil is really good for me, so I've been trying to eat some every day. My tomatoes are they like this cooler weather. Little tomatoes. I don't know if they'll get big in time before we have our colder frost and everything, but I like fried green tomatoes and I haven't had any yet this year. Over here I wanted to show you. I have a squash there, and a squash there, and a bigger one in here. That looks good. What else do I have? I thought this was all cucumber, but it ended up being cucumber and squash kind of mixed together. I don't think I have any. What is that? I can't tell without moving that. I think it's just a leaf. Oh yeah, it's just a leaf. Oh, I have a baby cucumber down there. I'll have to keep an eye on that one. Oh, and some bigger. Coming along there. I planted, as you can see, some stuff in some sacks. That's spinach and cauliflower, more spinach. This one had kale in it, and I've planted I've planted them out into the garden. And I replanted some radish, which I don't know if they'll come up or not. Planted radishes earlier and they never came up. I have some strawberries there, and if they're like usual, by the time they get ripe, the birds will come and snatch them away. So there's cauliflower that I put out into the garden. You can't really tell. Oh, there's the kale that I planted. And then I have the kale that's been in the garden all summer. I've been munching off of it all summer. Thought I saw a little pumpkin on here, but I don't know where it's at right offhand. There's more of the rocks that I took out of the path. Oh, and there's another. Let me zero in on that. Another squash coming along. And some more tomatoes. Right. Cabbage is looking pretty nice. Nice solid heads forming. Not sure when I'm supposed to pick it, but this squash plant has been a mystery. It has lots of beautiful, beautiful blooms all summer long. See, that one even has a bee on it. But I don't seem to ever have any female blooms that give me any cabbages. It's just a male bush. Here's my pride and joy. See those gorgeous tomatoes and how tall this is? We have tomatoes there too. This was a plant that I started from just a branch off of the tomatoes that I have over there. Stuck it in water and it grew roots. I stuck it in the ground and it is now taller than some of the original tomato plants that I bought. Update. enjoyed my video today, even though it was kind of old and I didn't upload it when I should have. I'll go ahead and sign off. Be sure and subscribe to my channel, and look at my playlists. I finally started trying to remember to add the videos that I like, that I watch of other people's, to a playlist of videos that I like, so that will help you to see other videos too, besides just mine. And mine, I'm a novice at making videos, and especially the editing on my phone. I don't have fancy editing equipment or anything. I just use what naturally comes on the phone. So, until next time, happy gardening.